My name is Chase Mora. This is my mom, Tara Mora. I'll be interviewing her. I chose question 4. What is the biggest difference between your public and private self? When did this change begin? Why? I chose this question because it's easy for my interviewee to explain her differences between her work life and private life. What is the biggest difference between your public self at the firm and your private self outside of work?
Well, at first, I think we need to explain that I work as a paralegal in a high conflict divorce case or divorce law firm in the Woodlands, Houston, Texas. So my role is a paralegal, especially in a high power family law firm. We're very professional, very composed, and as a paralegal, I have to stay organized, neutral, and emotionally steady no matter what's going on around me. I'm often the first contact with clients who are going through divorces, custody disputes, or high conflict situations. So I can't let my emotions show. I'm the one that stays calm and cool and collective. And whenever I have to decompose or something, I have people that I trust or people inside the law firm that we're able to discuss the cases where we know the confidentiality stays at the highest.
And then, when did this separation between your public and private selves begin?
Started on pretty early on in my career. I've been doing this for almost 30 years now. And so when I began working directly with divorce cases and how emotionally intense it can be at times and handling different clients and difficult clients at times, it becomes emotionally charged and routine tasks become even complicated. So I learned very early on that I had to create boundaries between my personal life and my public and my professional life.
And then, what specific examples in family law contributed to this change?
Well, especially working with clients who were extremely emotional, because family law, any divorce cases or custody cases are the most emotionally charged cases in a lot of areas of law. You're dealing with the most important things to people, either their family, their children, or their finances. So like I said earlier, I'm the first point of contact between a client and an attorney. I was, getting the emails. I'm on the phone with them most of the time. I'm preparing their documents for them and dealing with them. And contentious divorces showed me quickly that emotions can escalate quick. And those moments taught me the importance of staying calm, factual, and professional at work while saving emotional reactions for outside of the office.
Why is maintaining a strong public professional personnel especially important in a high-powered divorce law firm?
Well, especially in high-powered family law firms, clients expect competence, stability, and discretion at the most. As a paralegal, my professionalism directly reflects on the attorneys and the law firm I work for. Clients often look to me for reassurance, even in small interactions. While we're in court, they look to me in depositions and just on a day-to-day basis. If I appear overwhelmed or emotionally reactive, then that increases their anxiety. So me maintaining a strong professional persona helps keep the case moving along smoothly and keeps the clients calm and better able for everybody on the team.
And then lastly, how has balancing your public professional role and private emotional self impacted your personnel?
Well, it's been hard, being in family law for 30 years and then it's not something you want to bring home every day. You talk about divorces or what you did that day. So it becomes very important to keep a balance in between the two. For sure. It's taught me a lot of discipline, emotional control, importance of boundaries like we discussed. At the same time, it can be emotionally draining, especially after working on heavy cases or being in trial for many days or weeks at a time. So I had to learn at early in my career how to separate work life from my personal life. And it's been essential for my family for this to happen and for my own mental health. Overall, I would say that me being able to separate it and keeping it balanced has shaped me into a person who has always been on the front line for my attorneys and for our cases and our clients, and that has kept my career going. And it's day to day. There's never the same day every day is different in family law for sure. You never have the same facts, the same type of cases, the same situations. So it always keeps us on our toes and it always keeps us interesting as well. So, but it's a very emotionally high strung time for people in this, going through this process.
Okay, can you elaborate a little more on your private self outside of work?
Well, yes. At home and in my private life, I'm much more relaxed and emotionally open. I don't feel the need to stay on all the time, and I'm much more expressive. I laugh more, allow myself to talk and talk things through and be bothered, I can actually process more at home, and I'm much more involved in my family and not so reserved, and we have a good time. We all laugh and have fun and play sports and play games. At home, I'm more patient. I'm more empathetic in a personal way, not just a professional way. At work, empathy has to be controlled so much. So at home, it's more natural and just personal, and it helps me recharge so I can show up the next day and start all over and be focused for the next day.
Thank you.